Do you know anything about youth centers in Slovenia or?
Not really.
Well, to be honest, I know more about centers in Maribor. There's like Infoteka.
There are not many activities that I think that young people participate.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm not so involved in the local activities right now.
I maybe think that it would be nice to have like some place to do more activities. I'm not sure how it's for like people who still go to high school, but I think it's not a lot of space for them to actually like be creative. I don't know, to do like construction work or to do graffiti, you know, like do something with their hands and be able to also learn. I think that it would be nice so that like you could come there and learn more about like different stuff. I don't know, or like making pottery or something like that. Yeah, I think that there's not enough spaces like this for young people.
So Kotlovnica is a youth center, a place for young people from 15 to 29. Well, our focus is on these groups. We also have programs for a bit younger or a bit older, but the main focus is this, and it's also, let's say, a place to learn, a place to socialize, a place where you can build your ideas, and a place of, I would say, controlled freedom. So we have rules, but we are more informal, and this is, I think, one of the strongest points of this kind of youth center.
In the youth center, our main goal is to support young people. So our target group is from young people from 15 to 30. So to motivate them to do their own activities, to participate, to be active in realizing their own projects.
Our main goal in Kotlovnica is to be an open place for young people, and our maybe main idea in one sentence would be our job is to make this city enjoyable for young people as they would like to have it.
But I think the most important is that we always try to answer the needs of the young people. So okay, you have to have some program, because when you are animating, you cannot say, okay, here is a youth center, come. It's nice that you have something to offer.
There's one youth center under the railway station. It's called Ulta, and I remember you said you are in the fashion school.
Yes.
So they had a do-it-yourself activity about sewing and these kind of things, and I don't know if you are familiar to this
Really?
kind of activity.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, now you know.
First time, yeah. Now I know.
On Monday we offer this wholesome support, while on Tuesday is this Ulza club, and every week we have something different. Either it's social games, DIY, karaoke jam session, ping pong. Then we also offer an open space, like open sessions for dancers, and also people that just want to come practice or learn basics of DJing, rapping. Like then also one of our regular activities are dance classes, which are for free and for all ages.
I'm really interested in repairing things myself and expanding their life. I don't have a working machine at home, so for me it's really awesome that everything is here, all the materials are here, all the help I need is here, so yeah, I couldn't do this at home.
We had a couple of years back this one-day skate event of graffiti and skate. Street style. Yeah, street style. So we had like board game nights. Also, that was one activity. Also, a lot of the times, young people want to make longer projects and that are specified like on some certain theme. So a lot of the times they are the ones who write youth exchanges.
When there is activity that the young person is preparing and doing, it's always a lot of people because his friends come and the friends of the friends come. So I think our role is supporting them to prepare the activity.
One of my biggest job activities that I have to do is to talk with young people, to see what they would like to have, what's their field of interest. This is usually video, sound engineering, event management. There can be events like cultural, like concerts, like theater, or there can be events of, I don't know, ecological or social, or empowering people to be volunteers.
Variety is basically a form in the field of arts. It combines different styles from music to theater, from stand-up to bands and different performances.
I guess that I am a brother.
We didn't have all of the equipment that we needed, but luckily some of us know some people that have this equipment, so we got it for free. Without that we couldn't do it, and we were trying different stuff out. We did this online film festival and we were talking with the authors. Projekta was online, talk show.
I think Variété is a great opportunity for young people or young musicians who are trying to be more known or to reach an audience. We have the resources we need and we have a stage, so it's a great opportunity to show our music and the things we are creating.
Our youth center recently joined with the public body of sports, so now we're really big actually, not association and institute, so now we're Institute for Youth and Sports.
I feel like Slovenian people are very sportsy people, like everybody likes to ride a bike or jog.
More young people play football, tennis.
Do you participate in any of these activities?
Yes.
In what?
Sport, football.
I mean, I play sports.
I took sports at the university. I did volleyball.
I'm a big dancer. I dance salsa and all the Latin dances.
Dancers use this space. Dancers that don't have a place to practice, they can come here and do this. So I would say that specifically for Ulca, I would say that we answer the needs of dancers a lot.
Usually government thinks if you have children playgrounds or, I don't know, a basketball court or let's say a sport venue or something, that this is enough, but this is not enough. Not all people are interested in sport. Even in short term, we should convince the government that we need better infrastructure. So this, and of course at the end, the problem that always exists is money.
Yeah, I would say building these international projects, giving space for young people where they can create their ideas and where each idea is welcome and just any mistake is just a learning experience.
It helps community because it, I would say, offers infrastructure for, well, especially young people, but usually young people do activities that are not just for young, but also important for local community.
Since we live here and know this place for a long time, it's the least known place of Kamnik and has the most of potential that is not being used.
The idea of this building is one of the part of Ljubljana, the European capital, and its name is Creative District Barutana. This idea is about making a joint place which is already a host of Dom Kulture, Kickstarter, the Youth Center, and the missing part of Production Center. And all these four entities together, they make a creative district, so we get the synergy of all of these institutions.
At the beginning it was just a project focused on preserving the industrial heritage. It would serve the community in a better way if it was in a public domain.
The local community gets a safe, moderated place for young people that tries to give them new knowledge, competencies, and also socializing in a, I would say, good and productive way.
I'm sure that they are motivated enough and that they have, especially young people, they have this power inside of them, this will for a living, you know. So it's just on us how to motivate it, I think.
Actually, to be honest, like during this month of activism we had in April, it surprised me how many young people engaged in this month of activism.
I think motivation is quite high, but again, you have to set up the right activities, or you have to set up something which is interesting to them, and then you have high motivation.
If you ask specifically about who's working on the project right now, it's the group of architectural students from Stein. Our mentor is Sinan, and we closely collaborate with Campfest, and prostovoljcev is the other group that supports and mentors us. And besides that, we have volunteers who help us work here for free, and that part is also crucial for the whole project to be completed.
One of the best activities that you can have for young people is if you have activities set up like that. You have a learning process, you have a socializing process, but at the end you have a production that will be completed, because during all of this process you build the confidence of young people. They can make a change, they can be a part of activity that has an ending and it stays there forever.
I think we're kind of lucky to be here because of our mentor, but this is really rare, and most of young people have so much potential that they don't know how to use, because there's no mentors or someone that would push them in right direction.
Or they don't know where to search for them.
So yeah. I think there are two options. You somehow find a mentor, or you learn globally and then act locally. So you, as a young person, you go out, learn a lot of experience where there is more mentors, and then you come back and act here.
Too many times it comes to this that young people do something that's really cool for local community or for the national, for the state if you want, but they are not mentioned enough, they are not visible enough.
Razumti misli zavira, v tebi zavira prepovedani sadovi.
The beauty of cabaret is that on one hand it's really aesthetic, it's fun, so it can, you know, it can attract people who just want to lose some steam, who want to see some beauty.
Ne more ti biti lepo, če drugi ne vedo, da ti je lepo, in gremo še drugim povedati, da nam je lepo in smo seveda vsi vzeli.
It's really trying to say something deeper.
I saw on one festival, City of Women, it's in the International Festival of Contemporary Arts, that there was one workshop that I really wanted to attend, of new burlesque. They were talking more about social and political themes in that period of time, also women's rights and etc. And I was really fascinated about the workshop. At one point I figured out maybe we could do something like this also in Kamnik. We were practicing here in Kotlonica, because here you have an open space, open stage, and the young people have opportunity here to practice and to perform themselves.
No entiendo por qué dicen que estoy loco. solamente, no sé, he vivido como una serpiente.
We decided to have one thing that leads us, and it would be discrimination and charity.
And here we are just like young people that try to live in this world, and we give them our own interpretation, and we like...
Well, we are financed, our main finances come from municipality and from the government, and then we also get some funding from different kind of activities, Erasmus Plus activities, European projects. The main problems would probably be that the focus in formal institutions about young people, except from schools, it's really low.
And we had really small budget for everything, so we needed to find a lot of sponsors. And we were calling around all the time, searching for options, where to get the cheapest materials, what would be the perfect material for this. So it's like, for example, the machine that we used here to clear all the jungle that was here before. It was really hard to get as well.
The limitation with the budget gave us an option to be more creative.
With small budget we had to experiment a lot. Yeah. We did what we could do with what we had.
In general, I think that the money that we work with, it's really little. But this is good in a way, because if you're low budget, then you have to struggle, then you have to think, then you have to experiment. When we come to Bobby, it's a really old building, so and the windows are broken, and but the projects are not. So you cannot, in majority of cases, you cannot spend the project money for maintaining the building.
We believe that young people should see the world, that they should see how other organizations in the field of young people or some kind of social programs are doing, and one of our also goals is to make mobility programs. It's your city, make it look like that you would like to live in it. So if you miss something, build something. If you want to organize something, organize something. If you don't know what to do, join our activities. We will definitely find something that will interest you.